All right, let's call the Buildings and Ground Committee meeting to order. Roll call, Judd Lofshay.
Juan Cifuentes.
Andy Allen.
Bob Helverson.
All right. Okay. We have any public speakers?
None.
No. Okay. All right. Informational items. Oak Park gutter update.
So you should have some pictures of Oak Park here in a second of the gutter work. It was,
Yeah. It's kind of red, huh? Reddish.
there we go. So the gutter work was completed. It was a little behind schedule just because we had all that rain recently and a lot of it. So it put them a little behind. So there's just a couple slides here of pictures. It's working as it's supposed to. They're wider. They handle more water. And hopefully this is the first step of trying to perfect the envelope there to prevent some of the damage that's happening inside. There's a few tic-tac, like little stuff we got to complete, but for the most part, it is a completed project. So we should be seeing the payoff coming in here probably before we end it, probably in June.
But the good news is that they work with all this rain.
We had a lot of rain the other day and they did work.
Good to know.
So, and they're open too. So if it does try to freeze in the line, it opens up. So it's at the front of it kind of opens. The first 3 feet is closed. And once it goes further down, it opens up to prevent ice damming and things like that.
Do they have leaf guard on them or do we not have to worry about it there? Because
there's no, we don't really worry about that up there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Facilities assessment update.
So I had a meeting with DLA and we had a great conversation about what our needs were for a district, what we're looking for and all that. I just was texting the gentleman about the project. I should have something here. I just didn't have it in time, but just the update is I reached out to another party and that's kind of where we are. So Dr. Engel was at a conference this weekend and did have another company come up to him. So he's going to share the information with me and I'm going to give them a call to see if that's something they would be in the wheelhouse of what we're looking for. Because I want to make sure whoever we're doing is doing the evaluation and helping us come up with the architectural plan and a 5-year to 10-year scope of all the projects we need to do. Not just an assessment for assessment's sake. We need to be able to develop a plan with that. So.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right, let's move on to 3D. Fred.
Okay. Cowherd bleachers.
Oop.
Is that it?
Good. Yep. Sorry. Yep.
Number
bleachers.
5? Yes.
Yep.
So on a picture on the screen here, this is one sample. That is the multi-purpose room area where they have the stage and some stuff in there. All the basically dots are broken or breaking bleacher sections. It's a plastic section. They are, as far as I can tell, original-ish to the school when we took it over, I think, the early 90s-ish. So they would have been put in that style. So we have some issues there. We've reached out to the original company that did install them. They have not been responsive of wanting to do any work to help repair it. So we found another company and some of the estimates are quite high. We're trying to find another one that did the high school bleachers 2 years ago to see if they'll give an estimate of fixing and repairing. It's like 130 seats in that section alone that are cracking or breaking or damaged. And the electric motors on them, there's only, I think between the main gym, which I haven't done, go to the next slide, would you? That's the main older gym. There's sections in there. To replace these sections, they have to pull it all apart.
Wow.
So the labor is really high to get to the sections that are damaged and get to the pieces and parts. So we're trying to find the most economical way. Right now, I've talked to AJ, who is the director of Buildings and Grounds, to reach out to the company that worked at the high school and did good work over there to see if we can get them to come in and give a competitive quote. I've also had them reach out and go through Omni and one of the co-ops to see what a bleacher replacement looks like. Because I want to be able to compare. I don't want to spend $75,000 if you spend 115 and get brand new bleachers 125 type thing. So we want to give as many proposals as we can to look at that. It's just something that's becoming more dangerous. We have to be careful about it, and they aren't really usable in the condition they are for a middle school that size.
Sounds good. All right, let's move on to Fred Rogers facade update.
Yes. So a couple weeks ago, we had chunks of concrete fall down from the fascia in the front of Fred Rogers over door 1. Our team came in there and started evaluating the situation, and we decided to close down door 1 just for pure safety, and worked with Corder and Clark to get our company that's doing April Construction, which is doing our tuck pointing and stuff this summer, out there to do a assessment around for the safety of opening that door. They found other issues over door 2, which is the south-facing door. We had 2 large pieces of stone. Go to the next slide. It's hard to see there, but the picture is probably in your packet where you can zoom in a little more. The fascia was cracking. I can't remember the technical term of the stones. They're on the very top, but they're cracked. The limestone or concrete's cracking off. So they removed those couple stones. They noticed the wall at the top or parapet type thing is leaning outward. away from the door. So they're going to do some emergency repairs on that to better anchor it back to hold it for a longer period of time. We found some other fascia pieces over door one that's fixed. So right now, under the emergency piece, they're going back through door one and they found more crack pieces, which I don't have all those pictures here today. So they're going through that, trying to make it safe as possible, so we can reopen door one. And then the parapet over kind of door one, it's got some gargoyles on the top of it. That is going to be hopefully work done. It's not emergency repair per se, like it's going to fall down anytime soon, but it's in sad shape. So when they're taking down the smokestack this summer with contingency, we're going to hopefully use that for them to tuck point and repair that area over the summer is a plan as it stands right now.
So who went on the roof and did that work? Did we hire a contractor?
We had the contractor up there and our own guys. Our own guys were walking with the contractors from Maple Construction, taking pictures and finding the loose pieces and the at-rest places. And then the contractors used a boom lift on the front of the building to then go around the fascia and inspect other pieces and parts.
Okay, cool. All right. East Aurora High School freshman gym update.
So that'll be the next slide. It's hard to see here, but that is the inside of a roof drain in the top picture and the second picture there on the west side of the freshman gym. So it goes into two big drains on that side, and all the pipes are shattered in there that take the water down the gutters and downspouts. Wow. So when it rains, it comes straight through the fascia that's up there, straight down over the limestone and brick. It is hitting the door. Our heavy rain we had the other day was coming through the door some. So we're getting an emergency repair to do that. I've received one quote. I'm trying to get one more right now before I proceed with the fix. And then I'm going to hopefully, if they're both within reason, give it to the company that can do it like now, if they can get out there, mobilize and get it taken care of. We're hoping it stays where they just remove the fascia and are able to repair the drain and put the fascia back up, but we're not sure if there's any underlying damage underneath that once they pull it out. We don't know because it's 40 feet in the air. It's hard. You got to use a boom lift again, like they're doing at Fred Rogers to see it. So none of it, besides the camera scope we stuck down there, we don't know what it looks like in there.
How does that happen? Do you know?
I would assume freeze thaw.
Okay.
My guess, it dammed up with some freezing or something in the pipe, and then it shattered, basically. It's white PVC pipe.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Next, 3G resolution for the sale disposal.
One more.
Oh,
number
this
8.
one?
ECC walk-in freezer update. So we have a freezer, large floor standing freezer that's like 12 by 12 up at ECC that Whitson's uses to store a bunch of the frozen food for BSA, ECC, and others. The motor on the top, we've had our guys go through the compressor and unit up there. We've hired the outside contractor that does this work for that unit. It's shot, so we're having a new one come put in. I believe it's around $7,100, and they're coming in to do that. I know I got to follow up with Nick, who was out today, but I know the company was supposed to get back to us on the lead time of what that takes. It should not be too much longer. I've been in constant communication with Whitson's. They've been storing some stuff down in the food pantry, a pallet or two down there, but it's a lot of movement for them. They have to go from one side of the district to the other side of the district every day to get the food back and forth. So trying to get it back in running condition again. Yes.
Yeah, since you were talking about pallets, I was there at East Aurora High School when the guy got stuck in the elevator for a couple hours. So
Yes.
And I know it's happened many times, and I've heard that they're making it too heavy, but it seems like it happens a lot. So is there anything you can do for that?
Short of remodeling or retrofitting, there's not a lot. It's a 2,500-pound limit for that elevator. We did have Total Elevator, I think was the name of the company. AJ, was it Total? Total Elevator came back out and certified it, and it's in good working shape. There's nothing really wrong with it. The only thing that could happen is it gets overweight with the amount of weight going onto it.
Okay.
Like anything else, I think when you push it to its limit a lot,
Yeah.
that's when you can have failure of anything, whether it's an elevator or a car or anything else.
But they recertified it, you're saying
It's
recently?
certified it's good. It's inspected every year, that elevator.
But how long has it been, would you say? Just because I wonder if,
Oh, the food pantry, I'm not sure when that addition took place.
I mean, when was the last time that elevator was inspected? I know they came
It
out
had to
to
be this fall.
this fall. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Once a year, it's inspected.
Yeah.
I think we should, I mean, because they're going to use it through the summer for every Saturday they do that food
Mhm.
distribution. There's a lot of food going there, and there's a lot of people, and they were like, used to be 100 people, now there's 300 to 500 people. So we got to have that thing working. So if I would just say if we could
It-
hire somebody to come back out and check it again,
Okay, we can
maybe
do
it's
that.
fine, but maybe it needs some parts or something. Man,
Yeah, we can have it re-inspected and have somebody come out to take a second
I
look
think
at it
it's
for
in-
sure.
Yeah.
Be happy with AJ can facilitate that, and I'm sure he's taking notes right now, so we can get that done.
Definitely.
So,
Awesome.
I mean, if you're looking at anything else on that, it's
Wow.
probably a year lead time minimum
Wow.
Yeah.
to do, because the elevator stuff that we did
It
at
does take a
Waldo,
long time.
it was months upon months. The elevator we did at the high school 2 years before that almost didn't make it and we had ordered that, I think, 7 months in advance.
Well, let's try and get ahead
So-
of it and keep it alive till we can, if it needs to be replaced or something, because that's an invaluable service we provide.
Mhm.
for the
Agreed.
community.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're at,
Mr. Lofshay, real quick before we move on from 8,
Yep.
one of the things I know we've been having some ongoing conversations when we look at our budget projections for
Yep.
next 5 years, et cetera.
Yep.
Even when you look at 5 through 8 there, the cost on those is projected well over $100,000. So that's why when we talk about capital projects with our aging infrastructure and whatnot,
Yep.
as much as we're trying to make sure we're being fiscally responsible, we do have to make sure that we continue to allocate funds for that, because with the aging infrastructure, we're going to have continual things like this. So I just want it noted for the record for the B&G committee that that's part of the reason we're making those projections to say,
Yep.
here's what we need to do on an annual basis for capital projects.
yeah. Well, I think that assessment would be really helpful to
Yeah, I
have
would
sooner
agree.
than
Yeah,
later,
it's-
like we talked
yep.
about. We said we wanted to do it by this summer, right?
We want to try to, and I imagine we still can meet most of that deadline. Like all the inspection pieces can be done. It's just going to take a little bit more time to compile the reports into a manageable piece of like recommendations of critical and
Yeah.
timelines and all that for buildings, and get costs associated with it. Cost associated with one of the biggest things. We might know we have a problem, but we don't know what the cost is or estimated to be to fix that problem.
Yeah.
I mean, should we put a drop date on these other two bids? If we don't get them, we can just go with what we have. Maybe May 31st, or what do you think?
I would like to get us moving by the last board meeting in May, like the May 18th one, and if not the first one in June for B&G, if we just have something by that date so we can have it approved and start working on it, because otherwise, we're going to be a month into the summer at that point in
Right.
time, and we won't have enough lead time to get some of this work done. So that'd be my recommendation.
So the next B&G meeting is June.
Well, we could possibly bring, since we brought it here a couple times, we could bring something potentially to the superintendent's report on
Yeah,
the next meeting. if
Definitely.
you
Yeah,
want
we
to
could.
go
Yeah,
that route.
if we get the bids back, we could actually do it that May 18th one, and I could do it under the superintendent's report just so we can get
And
moving
they
on
can
that.
get with you beforehand, just to kind of
Yeah.
take a look.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. 3G resolution for the sale, disposal of personal property.
Yes, that's some broken furniture that we have. I think a couple of vehicles that have been replaced. We're finally actually getting them out of our warehouse area. And AJ, is there anything else on there per se? That's the main majority of the stuff.
All right. Work order summary.
Again, it reflects a good job by our maintenance mechanic team and delivery team on both aspects of it. We're tidying up some things on our end, making sure that the tickets that are supposed to be there are there. Sometimes we get some duplicates. We'll be going through some of that, cleaning it up, working with the maintenance mechanic team to make things better and continue trying to make sure they have everything they need to do their job and more. And they do a great job of breaking off certain projects and getting on to other ones that become more critical during the day. So that's not easy to do.
How's our staffing?
We're onboarding a new one. If everything goes well, I believe that Monday, starting a new one. We still have one opening. We do have one retiree coming up at the end of June, which I think is posted
Wow.
as anticipated. So still trying to find good candidates. We've got the last group, we had one good candidate, so we're bringing them on board. We're still looking for more.
So the qualifications would be someone who's really handy, or someone, what are we really looking for? Okay. Okay. Like my age. Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
The others.
So are we looking for, like, right now, a plumber or
Definitely a plumber.
plumber? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Really want to find one of those. And whether it's someone that is willing that we can bring on to work towards certification and licensure to work through that process, just we have a great person that does that now. He's great.
Okay.
But it'd be nice to have another. So
The guy who's retiring, what's his skill or what's his specialty?
HVAC primarily.
Okay. All right.
Before you adjourn, I
Yeah.
did, over the weekend, I found this, grant through the Delta Dental of Illinois Foundation. It's an H2O on the go program, and I sent it over to Bob, and he's been, I know, working with the
Cool.
staff on it, and it does have a time limit. It has to be turned in by Friday of this week, and it's to kind of hopefully get some of these, what is it called? The water,
Fillers, yeah.
the bottle fillers, but it's kind of like the drinking
Oh,
fountains
cool. Those are great.
updated. So
Oh.
I'm hoping that we can this
The ones where you put your bottle and says you
Yeah.
saved 10,342.
something. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
So we'll
awesome.
see.
So,
Hopefully.
yeah, we've got Mr. Ulrich and AJ working that together. They're going to meet tomorrow to kind of go through the different facilities there. Daniel's already started with some of the vernacular to go with that. And then if it's consensus from the board, I would just probably seek out to get Mr. Fuentes' signature on it as needed because of the timeliness of that. So just
Yeah.
as long as everybody's okay with that,
Sure.
I'd find a way to connect with him before Friday so we could get that done as well. But to Andy's point there, that's why we need another plumber because Tim's great at it, but to, put all that on his workload.
Yep.
And some of the other guys it can be tough sometimes. So that's, why they're being very strategic about what they're looking to hire as far as skills, et cetera, at that point in time.
Well, and we want work done correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, is it going to be perfect all the time? No, but we need it done right so it's going to last
Yep.
and be correct. So
Sounds good. Anything else? All right. Let's adjourn at 6:18.